I did it. I done gone live. I got a song in my head that I just made up. I don't know if I should spare you. Hey, Hexicans, where am I finding you? Where am I finding you? Hey, Hexicans. I changed out my candle just for you guys. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:15. Bit Finesse left me a message here on the live stream chat saying, lucky Hexy bastards. Ooh, there he is. Quite a wait. Yeah, man. I'm 15 hours late actually. But he says that, or he just commented quite a wait. He said earlier that Hexy Bastard is going to send out postcards. I guess that means local zip code. That's sweet. And how legendary it's going to be us gaining hexagons from sending out postcards. You know, like how badass would it be if you were onboarded by a postcard? That's sweet. Morning. I actually haven't gone to bed. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, so I've been reviewing the debate that happened with Eric Wall earlier in Stockholm. And so I want to go over some things that I heard just to make it easy on all those foodies out there and document today. Let's see. So it was the documentary guys that it seems as though they put on this whole event because they were like running the show and actually like bossing Richard around because they needed content and bossing the audience around beforehand, letting them know that they don't need to um, screw up the shots that they're wanting to get by trying to bring your camera around and everything. So it was very nice that Motley live streamed it, and Pulsaken, I believe, was there in person. If not, then I believe it was Richard's cell phone just sitting there on a tripod. So the audio freaking sucks. The link, Daraj left it in the Telegram chat, hexfoodies, t.me/hexfoodies. Let's see. So Eric Wall got on to Richard Hart about like why build Pulse Chain. Isn't there already enough stuff out there to route this way or that? Didn't you know that Hex was going to bog down Ethereum or become expensive? He's saying that there were other level 2 solutions that he could do staying on level 1 Ethereum. Why not America? Like, why don't you ever go to America? There was Hex stuff there, and Joker's actually coming out and asking like, why not go to Pulse Chain? Me and Crypto King, I witnessed Crypto King talking in Twitter Spaces earlier. We're not going to ask Richard to do anything that he's not comfortable doing, you know, and that's beyond the comfort zone. That has to do with body autonomy. So he was accusing Richard of something, saying that quite possibly Richard could be prosecuted in some way in the States, but it's funny how Eric Wall would come from this point of view of like, well, if this nation or that nation has a problem with you, then there you're doing something bad when it's kind of opinionated. The things that they were talking about. Do you think other network devs will inform you of potential issues? Eric was getting on to Richard about like, why aren't you hiring any of these people that have worked for these other um, level one situations, or yeah, level ones, like the people who created what it is that uh, you're forking. Why aren't you hiring them? And Richard's just like, I've got good, competent devs. Well, who are those devs? I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you fucking with them. uh, Richard had glasses on this time. I don't know what that was about, but he looked good. Uh, Builders from Origins. Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. 100% uptime of what? What do you have 100% uptime to do? You don't even have a network, Richard. You you're bragging about 100% uptime on Hex, like it's a contract on on a blockchain that has to have 100% uptime. Well, Eric, the decision of where everything is placed needs to be analyzed, and that's what we're celebrating 100% uptime on. And then here soon in the Pulse chain, Richard made a statement of like, yeah, they're good devs, not bad devs. That's why they're not done yet. They're still working, because we're gonna have 100% uptime. Then they were talking about where do you get a yield out of CDs? Where does a yield come from in CDs? So Richard was getting Eric to walk down traditional banking, while Eric also described prior, I think, where it is that Hex gets its yield from, and then Richard stabilized it within um, the world of why um, why this is fine, why the boat floats itself. It's it's wonderful to speak in such generalities, but okay, so they talked about the PP a little bit, and maybe Richard needs another audit, a PP audit. Um, Both of them talked about their best calls, and they actually like had a best call competition. They wanted to make a bet about it. Well, Eric wanted to make a bet about a third party judging their best calls, which was silly, and Richard did not take him up on it because that would be possibly arbitrary. Um, so sacrifice. So I'm going to act as Eric Wall. Sacrifice? You mean the money that you donated to yourself? So Eric participated in the Pulse chain, um, in the Pulse sacrifice, and he was upset there at the end whenever a lot of the origin address, I guess, came in and put a lot of money in, large dollar value, and that made the dilution of everybody else's sacrifice their points in the system, I believe. So so Eric was not happy about that, it seems. But Eric is a person who respects Richard's intellect and what it is that he's doing in cryptocurrency. And he also is a pulse chain sacrificer. And he said something to the sort of, "You never bet against stupid." And I don't know if he was saying like in all of cryptocurrency, like you don't know what you don't know and what's around the next corner. So like if there's the possibility of making money somewhere, or 10x or 100x, why not chip in $1? Um, Uh, why do you want to send money to Aubrey? Remember Aubrey de Grey with the Sins Foundation? I'm not up to speed on what it is that Maddie Allen knows today of what Aubrey's doing. But what happened was Pulse Chain sacrificed money. 27 million went to the Sins Foundation, and the guy that Richard really liked over there at the Sins Foundation, he was booted out of the Sins Foundation, and so it was almost like they took his money and like because it was towards research that he was doing. um, it was almost like they just took his money and now they're operating um, and can make heftier salaries, I suppose, without him. Um, so Eric Wall spoke about like what the heck happened with that. Um, did you even tell people that you knew Aubrey prior? Um, yeah, Richard did tell us about Aubrey. He did tell us about Sins Foundation. And then Richard also spoke about his book, his self help book. And I believe inside of that, it talks about the Sins Foundation. So I believe that's the reason why he spoke about his book. And I think at one point, Eric got defensive and said, "What, are you the only self help book writer?" And Richard was like, "Yeah, in crypto." Like here we are within this industry, and I'm the best in this industry. All right, that's my overview of what the heck happened recently. And last week we had on the beekeeper Marcus, and next week I don't know who the hell is going to come on. And I wish I could have caught Finbear while he was available, but I think his last day of school is today, I think. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week, hopefully at the appropriate time, which was 15 hours ago, Tuesdays at noon Central US. Thank you. Bye. Oh, this is a crypto takeover. Cheers.